So this video is going to be half haul, art haul, I mean, and then half like creation, making these ornaments. I found acrylic pens at Søstrene Grene, this really cheap store. They sell a variety of items, not just art supplies. So I decided I wanted to test them to see how good they are compared to like Posca and Molotov and those brands. It activated really quickly. And it feels really smooth on the paper, and it has good coverage. It's maybe not super opaque, but it's pretty opaque. I also found this little item. I wonder if you can imagine what it is. And I also got this brush. The stars of the video, these are pre-cut. I wouldn't call it watercolor paper. It didn't feel like it. It was more smooth, but it held water pretty well, and that's all you can ask for, really. And I was so excited to make some of these and give them away as gifts. So, I also got a few extra items at a later time. Another color of these acrylic pens, because I liked it so much. They don't have a lot of colors to choose from, though. And then I got this sign that you can write on it with chalk, hang it on your door. Oh, it was just so adorable. I had to have it. Well, in the future, when I have a studio, maybe I can use it. And then I got 3 washi tapes. I don't know what it is about washi tape. I can't help getting washi tape if I find some cute ones. I don't have need of it all, but I guess that's the definition of an addiction. There's 6 of these in each packet. So 6 Christmas trees, 6 does, and 6 snowflakes. The first thing I had to do was, of course, to test the supplies. To test them, I used these cheap watercolors that I have in tubes that I put into this palette. They, some of them crumbled, some of them just fell back out. It was crazy. But they're actually not that bad. Some of them have really good pigment, so I still use it. The acrylic pens did really well on top of the watercolors and on top of other things, so I'd say they get a pass. Pretty good. So here I'm finding all of my watercolors that I have in palettes, I mean, or all of my watercolors actually. So here you see some pants that I bought off of Wish in the Wish haul video that I have up on the channel. You can watch that if you want. I also have some from a different haul. This is a makeshift palette, put it that way. So the brush is starting to show some wear and tear, but fear not, still working. So yeah, it went straight through the paper in, well, it's handling the water, but it's also not handling the water. It's a weird limbo, I guess. I should have maybe done this on top of some plastic or something, because you know what I mean later. Once they dried, they dried a little bit warpy, so I put them inside this book and compressed them with something heavy on top for a while, and that did the trick for sure. tried making these designs as simple as possible because there's already design on them. If I did several layers of watercolors, then the gold foil tended to disappear a little bit. So I redrew it on some of these with my gold Posca. Yeah, and here you see what I'm saying. They get so stuck to the desk that they're hard to get up. Especially the snowflakes, they were a nightmare, but yeah. And then I decided I needed something on the back of these. I didn't want to paint the back because first of all I didn't know how that's gonna affect the front. And I considered like gluing two of them together, but I don't know. I kind of liked that it was bleeding through and you can see like, yeah, the ghosting on the back. I thought that was kind of neat. So I decided to write something on the back instead with my metallic red Posca. So I found a saying, a friendship saying, because I decided I wanted to give some of these to my friends. I had a lot of fun just playing with colors. I didn't want them to be too Christmassy. So, since I decided to make these ornaments, there were no holes, so I had to make my own holes using my X-Acto knife. Be careful when you use this, because it's a quick matter to get cut. So I did it slowly and carefully. And then I happen to have this thread lying around. It's not regular cotton thread. I bought it at a army surplus fair where they have one every year in every city where they sell like surplus or old military items to the public. And I found this thread for some reason, so obviously it's very sturdy. And it's a military green. I don't know, I thought maybe I could get some use of it because I used to sew a little bit back in the day, but you know, it's just been lying around. I finally found a use for it. It's green, so it's Christmassy, and it's sturdy, so it'll be able to hold up ornaments and it won't break. I was very pleased with myself for remembering having this. this snowflake had dried, but I wasn't happy with it, so I decided to do more work on it. Sometimes it's better to just wait till it's dry before you keep working on it. It's of course laborious and it takes time, but it's worth it. All of these probably took me about a day to do, like on and off, because I had to wait for things to dry and stuff like that. I had to resort to the X-Acto knife again to get them off my desk. It was kind of hard, so I decided to take out the blade entirely to make it flush with the desk, to make it horizontal completely, and that made it a lot easier. But again, remember to be very careful doing this. I was taking my sweet time and was being very careful. So here I was pulling out my the rest of my watercolors. I have 2 Daniel Smith and 1 Quor. So the Daniel Smith ones are super granulating. I really love them. It's the Moonlight and the Mayan Blue or something like that. And then I have a regular Quor. And I would love to get more of these. It's just those are expensive brands here. You can't really get them in the stores. They only recently started to sell like a small pack of Daniel Smiths in my local hobby store, and it's super expensive. And Quor, you can't really get that here, so it has to be ordered online. And even then, it is still expensive in other countries. So I'm only buying very small tubes, and very rarely. And I really like the super granulating ones from Daniel Smiths. They're really nice. I also have a couple super granulating ones from Schminke. I'm not sure if it's the fact that they are pans versus tubes or not, because I think I just prefer the tubes. I'm not sure if it's the tubes or if it's Daniel Smith I prefer. So I'll have to try to get some tubes of the Schminke ones, the super granulating, and compare and see which one I like the best. This snowflake right here is my favorite. The snowflake and the doe, I think. I mean, I am partial to blues. So what you see here are some stickers that I made in the past. So I was planning on selling like sticker packs and stuff, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So as you see, I've just been experimenting with the tags and stuff. So I decided to use the ones that I have already and put them one pack of these with one ornament together, just randomized. And then I would wrap them all up, and I wouldn't know which one was which, so I would just randomly give them out to the selected friends. Deciding where to put the hole in these does, the animal, was kind of hard because they weren't really equal in weight on each side. So if you put the hole on one place, the butt will go down a little bit. But if I did a hole like further down on the neck, you know, it would cover a lot of the ornament, and that wasn't very pretty. But I did find like a good milligram eventually, but I had to test out on a couple. So you win some, you lose some. So here we are, everything is done, getting ready to wrap it all up at my kitchen table. Much better space. I think this one's my favorite, actually. Oh, and the snowflake that I talked about earlier. Well, I know which one's my favorite. Let me know which one's your favorite. So to prevent them from being bent and stuff, I recovered my stash of old packaging materials. This is from, I think, on my old Wacom tablet, actually, to wrap them up first, to protect them. And then here I decided to use the is this silk paper, or what do they call this thing? I don't know. It's something you wrap things up in before you wrap them properly, and it's to protect the merchandise, I guess. It's a little prettier though than the one I had underneath. And then finally, the third layer, regular wrapping paper. And remember, I have no idea which one's which at this point. I think the only ones I did recognize was the snowflakes, because they had a different shape. They were more square. But everyone else, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Which made it kind of fun when I gave it away. Like, I wanted them to tell me which one they got. It was a game. And that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in the next video, because there will be more. I just don't know when. Solo.